Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Faithcast. This is Lucy Jade.
Hello.
Or Lucy if you're everyone else. She's number 2 in the line, but she's the oldest living at home.
Yay.
So you might get like a full interview or you might not get a full interview. It depends on your answers.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So let's start with your introduction. Pepeha, whatever you want. Gotta say it in English there, my bro, because I don't want to translate that.
Okay. Well, my name is Lucy, obviously. I am... Do I have to tell them my age?
You don't have to if you don't want to.
Wait, what do you want me to... What am I telling them?
Where you're from?
I'm from...
Who your actual parents are?
Whangarei, New Zealand. My dad is Shane Robinson. And my mum is Teacher Kingy. She lives in New Zealand. This is my other mum. Melissa Robinson, not Brown. I just made a mistake. That's it.
What do you do? Job-wise?
I work full-time, guys.
Life-wise? Where?
Nah, because then they'll come and they'll expect discounts like Merc. I work in fast food.
Yeah, fast food industry.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do with your spare time besides living in your room?
Ooh, I like sleeping.
That's
well known. What do I do in my spare time? Read books. I bought 4 new books the other day, so that's great. I play card games.
Bruh. What kind of card games?
Like solitaire.
Bruh.
I play that.
You're an old lady.
Yeah, I know. Or I do this thing. I feel like it's like Bible reading, but it's like mostly taking notes.
So studying?
Yeah.
That's generally what it's called.
Well, then, yeah, that.
What would you say is, like, what is your relationship? Are you a Christian? Let me just start with that question.
Yes, I am.
How long have you been a Christian for?
I don't know. Like 3. What year? I don't know.
3 years?
3?
Bruh.
I don't know.
What does, like, being a Christian mean to you?
Me personally,
Mm-hmm.
if people ask me what's it like being Christian, it's hard, guys. Very hard.
Why?
Because it's just hard. Because, like, especially when you're in school and you don't go to a Christian school, everyone around you is, like, doing all this stuff. And you're like, oh, yeah, looks cool. Sounds cool, like, I want to do that. But then, like, going to church and stuff and reading your Bible teaches completely different to what you're surrounded by.
Wow, that was very vague.
No.
So, example-wise, are you talking about, like, partying?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Or even just, like,
having a relationship?
When I was in school, it was, like, partying, dating boys. What else? Staying out late, sneaking out.
Stealing people's cars.
Stealing in general.
Yeah. Smoking drugs.
Yeah. Just being a menace.
I don't even think you need just the Bible just to teach you that.
Yeah,
like, the society would be like, don't do that, bro. What are you up to? So, now that you're not at school, is it still hard? Like, but in what ways? Because you said it is hard.
Yeah, I think it's still hard, just not, like, as hard because, like, I work full time, but I can choose who, like, I interact with on a daily basis and what I, like, let into my bubble. Like, if they're talking about taking drugs or something, I can just, like, not associate myself with that.
Is it still hard as a young person, because she's not over 21, just so you know, as a young person to have a life as a Christian, though? Because, you know, like, Sydney is pretty hectic for young people, I reckon. It's got quite a big party life vibe here.
Yeah.
So is it hard as a young person to be like, no, I don't want to go on a 3-day bender?
For me, no. Like, I'm a homebody. Like, if I got to choose between staying in my bed the whole weekend and going out partying and getting drunk, I would choose my bed. just because that's who I am. But I feel like for other people like being out of the house every single day.
Yep.
That's not me.
I get that. That's me.
And
So, because you've had that transition from school to real life, what has helped you with that?
definitely youth group was a big one, because I feel like if we didn't have like youth group or anything, and I didn't have those relationships while I was like transferring from school to like working full time, it would have been way harder. Just
Why?
because. Just because. No.
Come around here with your deaf stare.
Because I feel like I remember everyone was talking about like schoolies and stuff when I was like leaving, but I already know when they say schoolies, they mean like getting drunk.
Don't get drunk for like 10 days.
Yeah.
Drunk, drugged, and sexed for
Yep.
10 days.
10 days.
And you pay for the whole thing.
I didn't know that. And then we had a conversation, and then you were like, that's what it is. And I was like, oh, can't I just go and not do that? And then I was talking to people at church, and they were like, yeah, that's really hard. Just like get rid of the temptation altogether. And I was like, facts. Like, if I didn't talk to them, I would have been like, yeah, schoolies.
And they go anyway.
Yeah. Because apparently I don't learn, so.
So schoolies is like,
it's like almost 2
weeks. They call it like a rite of passage though here. Like it's like your big final hurrah before you become an adult, I suppose.
Yeah.
And a lot of the whole Australia, they all fly to the Gold Coast in Queensland, and it just turns into a party mecca. I suppose it's like summer break in America.
Yeah.
It's exactly like
when you see in movies and they're all like off somewhere.
That's what school is like.
That's what it is.
So, in your walk with God, right, what keeps you straight besides the people like at youth?
I feel like because I feel like I don't learn by myself. So the people that I talk to on a regular basis are like one of the main reasons why I don't run away.
Yeah.
And don't give up. But other than that, definitely I wouldn't call them, they're not like, I feel like they are podcasts. What? Podcasts. But they're not like the study ones, they're like the ones that read the passages and they call you out.
Oh yeah, there's one on Amazon that I listen to.
Yeah, those are
like the broken woman or something.
Yeah, I need to like be called out.
Yeah, I get that.
For me to be like, oh.
If you don't get her lingo, she's talking about being held accountable.
Oh yeah, that.
Path. What keeps you on the narrow path?
But the people, the
podcasts.
The podcasts. I can't speak English.
Casts.
That's embarrassing. I feel like also doing jam and youth, like as a leader, holds me accountable a lot. So it keeps me, plus also I'm an example. So I can't be like
playing up.
Yeah. And then teaching the kids that.
Yep. I agree. So what is jam?
Jam is.
What does it stand for?
Jesus and me. So it's where, I think year 3 to year 6.
Yeah. No. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Year 3 to year 6. It's fortnightly on a Friday at 6:10. Bring your kids. Anyways.
All the plugs on this podcast.
It's basically we go there, we play games because they have low attention spans. But then we pick a passage each week that we think relates to the kids, because like it's hard to find something that relates to kids in school, especially because heaps of them go to like a Christian school. So it's mostly about stuff like things that can like make you more confident in your faith. So like if people ask you questions, you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Things you can share with your friends and family. And we've been studying a lot about Jesus' character. and how we can imitate that, or how they can imitate that as
Do you think that
kids.
they're applying it? Like, do you see some application from the Jam kids?
I definitely see some, but it's only a select few. We have a lot of mischief
That's a nice way of putting it.
mischief kids in our jam. I actually love them, but like they're mischief. So I think we just need to focus on them more and what actually gets them to be like engaged.
Maybe that's something you can bring up with the leadership for Jam.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And then what about youth?
Youth is the same thing. So it's year 7 to year 12. I forgot. But I literally had youth like last night.
Yes,
I forgot.
into year 12 mixed stages. Tonga's given it a bit of a plug on her one.
Oh yeah. I'm leader, guys. Come.
Yeah. She's a leader. That's why I was asking her, because she sees it from a different
Oh yeah. Okay, so
perspective.
it's 8 till 10. Okay. So if you
every
don't want to
Friday.
pick your kids up, get someone else to drop them off. Anyways, so we also play games there, but it's more of like it's just to get everyone like more involved with each other, so that they're like all friends with each other, not just like their separate friend groups, because that's boring. And then we've got Tight Tens, which is just like a little group where we do catch up and stuff. That's like my favorite group. It's so funny. And then we do our small groups. We also do talks. They go for like 10 minutes. It's like a mini sermon kind of thing, but it's more directed at the age group and like the struggles that they go through. So like character again, the company they keep,
Decisions they make.
Yeah, decisions they make. And there was one more that we went through.
I've seen a couple that you have done, and one was like around bullying.
We did one around bullying. We also did one around what's it called?
Don't know.
I don't know either. I'm a bad leader. I think we did a night on prayer because because the youth kids struggle with consistency, which I do too.
Let's be honest, everyone struggles with
Everyone struggles with
prayer.
it. So everyone struggles with it. So yeah, and then we do small groups, which is just where we get more in depth and ask more personal questions about what we just looked at, because opening up in a big group of people, so scary.
So, would you help? No, would you's not the right word. I've helped you write a couple studies.
Oh yeah.
Do you feel like, because I go on and on about this to you anyway, that it would be more beneficial for you to do some type of studying to write those studies as a leader?
What do you mean studying?
You know how you try, like when you and Emma write the studies, would it be more beneficial for you to do more learning to help teach you how to write those studies?
Oh yeah. I feel like I was gonna say something, but I thought it was gonna come out rude. So like the guys,
don't say it.
The guys in our church, they go to something called like Cornhill, which is like they learn.
Wait, not all of them do that.
Not all of
just
them.
Ned and Dave.
They like coordinate youth group. Anyways, so they like go to Cornhill and stuff, and they learn how to write studies and how to like study the passage. And I feel like if they just teach us some of that stuff that they learned, that would be great. Because me personally, it takes me like I can't put my thoughts into words. Like it takes so long.
That's why I have to help you write them.
Because like I know what I'm talking about, but then as soon as I try to write it down, it just comes out as like word vomit. So,
do you think that the girls are more receptive at youth group than the boys are? Like the actual youth, not the leaders. Do you think that the girls are more receptive than the boys are? when it comes to studying? Like, do you think that they're more willing to sit there and listen to your guys' mini sermons and small groups than the boys are?
No, actually, I don't think that.
The boys are more receptive?
I think it just depends on the person. Because the older kids are definitely willing to sit there and listen. And then there's some younger girls and some younger boys that will sit there and listen to them as well. But then there's also the ones that you can tell are like, oh, another talk? 10 minutes of me sitting here and not talking? So just like, it's not, I don't know if it's like a girls or boys thing or like an age group thing.
Yeah.
But you can definitely point them out. Like when you see them sitting down and they're like trying so hard not to move around.
So this is her first official year as a youth leader.
Oh, yeah.
Because before that she was like an apprentice youth leader. And what was some of the things that you struggled with last year as an apprentice youth leader besides writing studies?
The talking part.
Like talking,
like when I see new people and I know that it's my job to go say hello, but I don't want to because I'm scared.
Yep.
But I'm better now because now I just drag people with me.
And then you still don't talk to them. Hey, no.
Sometimes like they're like, "Hey, Lucy," and I'm like, "Yeah," no.
Bruh.
But like I actually put in effort now. Also, praying in like groups because I used to like get in my head a lot because my thing like that was going in my head is like, oh, these people use like they use such big words. And they don't say like 500 times when they pray. What am I doing? So I used to like get in my head a lot about that. But now I just talk how I talk normally.
That's how you're supposed to talk, obviously within reason.
Yeah, obviously. Talking to God, what's up, bro? No, I'm joking.
I do. Hey, God.
I do that too.
What's up, bro? How's it going?
I'm dying out here.
So, just prayer and...
just like talking in general.
I was going to say, let's just say talking in general.
In front of people.
So, what are some of the things that have helped you to overcome that? Practice?
Yep.
Being forced to?
Sometimes. Depends on who's forcing me. If you force me, then I just do it. But like if someone else tries to force me,
I force her all the time.
There's two ways that it could go. One, I'd be really stubborn and then I get really angry. And then one, I just cry about it. And then go do it anyway. So.
But that's it? Like nothing else?
I think like talking about it and like why I struggle with it helps as well. Because like heaps of people don't even know that I struggle with it.
Yeah, because we're real like fake it till... I feel like that's a bad thing that I've taught you is fake it till we make it.
It works.
I know, but I've taught you that.
It works
just
though.
Keep on, i.e. I actually hate being in front of a camera, yet I'm the one that has the most episodes interviewed. Because I'm out here faking it till I make it.
Get up on stage every time that I sing.
Which leads me on to my next thing. So not only is she a jam leader and a youth leader, she also sings in the worship team. How's that going? Oh, also, can I just chuck this in there? I don't know why, but the YouTube sound does not sound like them actually in person.
It's so weird.
So if you really want to actually hear her, she can actually sing, come to church. Message me and I'll tell you what day she's singing and come to church. But all the other singers are really good too. It's just the YouTube sound is just
the
rubbish.
YouTube audio.
Like, I don't even know.
That's why I didn't listen to it.
So is that... So because you don't like being in front of people and you don't like talking to people in general, how do you cope being on stage then?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I don't look at people when I'm
Yeah.
on stage unless I know them and we're already
Oh, yeah,
friends.
I
Like
was gonna say, she looks at us all the time.
I look at them all the time. Or if like my friends are scattered, then I just like make eye contact with them subtly
Yeah.
so that it looks like I'm looking at other people,
Yeah.
but I'm not. I feel like for me talking and singing is like different because
Why?
like I don't know. I'm just more
That's
comfortable.
weird.
Yeah, I know. I'm just more comfortable singing on stage.
What if you just went up to people and like started singing your sentences?
I wouldn't do that. That's I'm not in a musical.
That's weird too. Yeah, like a full-on musical of your life.
I feel like it's because like when you're singing, obviously you have lyrics. So my brain just thinks about the lyrics.
Oh yeah, not about what you have to say.
Yeah, not about like, oh, that sounded stupid. Why'd you say that? Like, so I feel like
What number year is this for you being in the worship team?
When did I start? Year 12?
11. I feel like.
What?
Is this like 4 years?
What?
Is it?
I don't know. No, because I started after pre-faith. After we.
Did you profess your faith in year 12?
2021, yeah.
Oh, then yeah, 3 years. That's still pretty long, bro.
Damn.
You're almost like an expert, mate.
I am.
You're like at advanced level. That's what you're at.
No, what?
So I'm not gonna fully expose your whole traumatic life.
Whoa.
Before you came to Australia. But I am gonna expose some of the stuff because one of them, I remember you were writing it and you had to get up in youth and speak about, was it about you or was it for something else?
My testimony?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was a fun night.
Was it, what was it though? Was it just a testimony or were you doing like a something else with it?
So it was just like supposed to be a testimony.
Yeah.
But then I had been talking to heaps of the girls who had been like struggling with some of the same things.
Yeah.
So I added that in there because I went through the same thing. So I feel like it hit a lot of people differently, but like it had the same impact.
One day I'm gonna get her to share it on YouTube.
Bruh.
Not in detail because that could cause complications for lots of people.
Yeah.
But like, if you want to hear it, come to New Life and she can just give you the bits and pieces of it. Or our Pro Faith is online. I can't remember the date of it, but I will find it. And all me, her, and Tonga, we're all on
December 12th.
What? December 12th, 2021?
Yep.
Look for that sermon and you'll find us in doing our Pro Faith before the sermon. So, with all of that, do you think that it was harder for you to come to God or easier after everything that you went through before moving here?
I think some aspects of it were harder than others. Just like, especially learning about like God's unconditional love, I was like, hey, how does that work?
Why?
Well, because like if you like go through stuff that I went through and you're like not used to it, and you're like, if they like couldn't love me unconditionally, why is it possible for like this random guy that I've never met to do that? And I was just like, no way.
I'm glad you brought that up because that's a thing for everyone.
Yeah.
Not everyone can accept God's unconditional love, especially after they've been through
and then once you start getting deeper into it, and you're like, oh, I'm a wretched sinner. That makes it even worse because I don't deserve it. So and then you're just like, oh, I suck.
Do you think though, on the other hand, because we receive God's unconditional love, we then have to give unconditional forgiveness?
Oh, see, that's a hard one.
So you haven't.
That's hard for me, guys.
You haven't done it then?
I'm talking about the person?
Yeah.
I have, I don't care.
Was that hard for you? Like, really hard for you, though? Or were you just like, nah, God loves me, I'ma forgive?
I wouldn't say it was really hard because I kept getting like, God kept like smacking me up like, what are you doing? But I feel like at the start, like before we like started to go like going to church consistently, I was like, I hate you, blah, blah. Like I was just so angry. And then after learning about like God's unconditional love and how he like forgives us for everything,
Mm-hmm.
I had to like constantly tell myself that like God's forgiven you, why can't you forgive them?
Mm.
So it was like a big thing. And then I didn't realize that I forgave them until I was just like didn't want to cry every time I thought about them.
Yeah.
I was like,
She's
oh,
like super emotional. She acts like Tonga. Her and Tonga are both super emotional, to be honest. Get them behind closed doors or sitting at my kitchen table and I can make them cry within 2 minutes. Without hitting them and without being mean. Like literally. It's just be like, what's wrong? Tears start coming. Yeah, it's like literally that's how it goes. So in receiving unconditional love and then giving forgiveness, has your heart healed towards that?
I would say yeah, because like I can talk about it now and like not be hurt. To be honest, I make jokes about it.
That's a moldy thing.
Yeah,
we deal with hurt with sarcasm.
Yeah, but like I wouldn't say that I'm hurt anymore because like I feel like it was like a learning thing, you know. So if like people come up and ask me stuff and I've like gone through it, then I can tell them about my experience without.
That's where I was going. Do you feel like God enabled all of that so that you could help others?
Definitely. Still makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
On why?
Nonnies. I get that.
Because I haven't like I've met people who have gone through like some things.
Yeah.
But none
to your extent.
Yeah, but also none to like I don't know how to explain it.
Your extent.
No, but like I've had people with like self-esteem issues and stuff and like low self-worth and like bullying and like feeling not loved, but nothing like
altogether. But she said that. I didn't say that, but since she said that,
that's the word that
I'm gonna like go through it. Yes, nothing to that extent of abuse.
That's the word that they use. So like I haven't met anyone like
but
that
she's
yet.
perfectly fine, as you can see, guys.
Yeah, no bruises.
She's just like no physical outward bruises, lots of inside bruises. But she's fine. So what would be some advice that you would have for someone or that you do give to people that have been through similar things?
A common one is definitely like surrounding yourself with people that you know actually like love you and care about you and they show it. Like you don't have to guess. For the girls at church, it's always praying about it, talking to someone older and like having them pray with you and for you about it.
What about for people that haven't gone through it?
Why do I need to give them advice?
Because they don't know how to deal with people who have gone through it.
To be honest, I feel like if you haven't gone through it and you don't actually know.
Please don't say the S. Say it nicely.
I was gonna say if you haven't gone through it and you like don't know how they're feeling, find someone that you know has. Don't just like guess and put stuff in their head.
That would be my go-to advice too. Like, don't think that you can fix the situation because you actually can't.
Yeah.
If anything, you'll make it worse.
Yeah, because I had like there's a few people that like talk to me about it, but they don't actually know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm like, thanks for that, but that didn't help at all.
So, what is your plans for your upcoming spiritual journey, life journey, all of that?
I feel like I feel like spiritually, I definitely am gonna start working on talking to people, obviously.
You want to know what actually helps with that? Because I used to be the exact same and hide behind that. It's literally having like some go-to answers in your head before you even get to church.
Yeah, bro, but they ask me some weird things, man.
Like what?
They're like,
I can hear it. No, you're not answering. We're literally just about finished.
anyways, they're like, I don't like small talk. Like, I'll have deep
Yeah, I don't like small
I'll
talk
have
either.
deep conversations. But if you're like, how was your week? It was good. What else do you want me to say? Like, yeah, I woke up every day this week and I went to sleep. Thanks.
Yeah. So then that's why you have like.
But like, if you come up to me and they're like, what are your opinions on child abuse or something? I'll be like, oh yeah.
Full on conversation.
Yeah, like deep stuff like that. I hate like look at the weather outside. No, I don't want to look at the weather outside.
Yeah, I don't do small talk either.
It's yours.
I walk away.
Yeah, me too.
That's it. It's a real bad habit. Like someone will be talking to me and I'm just like zoning off in my own.
No, because like, first of all, it's not interesting.
Yeah, that's why I zone out.
Also, I actually don't care.
You know what I'm saying? But it's been interpreted as being rude, so I've been told. Yeah, Dad was like,
I've been told that too.
I heard him once. Someone was talking to me, and I was just
I zone out.
oblivious.
Sorry,
like I don't even know anyone was talking to me. And then all I heard, Dad did like this, and he was like, "Oh, sorry, she does that heaps." And I was like, "Oh, what?
Don't tell people that.
Oh, sorry."
Don't tell people
that. He was just like, I said, that's what I said. Don't tell people that. And he's like, well, at least then people know that you're not actually being rude. And I was like, oh yeah. But anyway, what actually helps is having like actual full on either like lead-in questions where you don't have to do the small talk or having just straight cut answers and then just walking away.
I do that though. Like someone's like, how's your week? And I'm like, good. And they're like, why? And then I'm like, ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, and then what do they say? Nothing.
I don't pay attention.
That'll help.
I'm like, I answered your question.
Also, if you do, I'm like sometimes on Sundays, it depends what Sunday it is. I'm going to talk to this person and this person and this person because I haven't caught up. Everyone's on a rotation with me. So if you're watching this, that's why.
You're on a rotation.
You're on a rotation. That's why I talk to you every week. Because you want to give people enough time, like in between conversation, like 2 or 3 weeks, to be like, oh yeah, we went and did this.
Yeah, because they talk to me every week. Like, how was your week? And I'm like, the same.
Yeah.
It's the same.
So you just walk away. That's
funny.
But you could put people on rotation.
So many people talk to me because they see me on stage.
Yeah, I know.
They're like, you did good. And I'm like, can I be honest? Like, what? Like, can I be honest?
Yeah, it's your interview. Like, you can say, as long as it doesn't got swear words in it, I'll put it on YouTube. You're good to go.
Yeah. My advice for non-Christians on the fence, or even Christians who are like
on the fence.
Stop looking at boys, first of all. You can't control yourself. I talk to so many people and they're like, this boy, that boy. And I'm like, bro, just stop looking.
Yep.
Just show your eyes shut. Problem solved. Second of all, social media is a really big one. Because there's boys on social media. You compare yourself to other people on social media. So if that's a problem, and that was a problem for me, I just got rid of it. I was just like, bye-bye. Or just follow all these Jesus accounts, and then you can't look at boys or other girls, and then it's fine.
Yeah, there's actually like heaps of Christian accounts on Instagram,
there's so many. TikTok. It's great. They've got like daily verses and everything. It's amazing. Also, what else do I tell people? Okay. One thing, if you're like me and you don't like being social all the time, like pace yourself. Especially when you're like just getting into church and you're meeting all these new people and you feel overwhelmed. Just take a step back and chill for a little bit. Because like sometimes it gets way like too much. And you like, honestly, scared me a little bit. I just wanted to run away. I was like, whoa, no thank you. But like, just pace yourself.
Hmm.
Take a stroll, you know? You don't gotta like sprint your way through. That's
Mm-hmm.
not nice. I think that's it.
What about someone who really wants to sing
Sing them.
but doesn't have enough courage?
Come by me. I'll help you. Me neither,
Which
guys.
means that you have to come to our church to come by her. Like if
You
you're
mean
not at our church, what about if they're sitting in the pew or in the chairs at their church and they're like, I really want to do this.
I think if you don't already like have a connection with someone on the team, make that connection. You know, you don't have to go up to them and be like, I want to sing. Like just get to know them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then see where that goes. Because that's what happened. So I didn't even want to do that. He was just like, you can sing.
That's side-eye of it, eh? And next year when like I'm signing you both up for the worship team, you're getting up on stage.
Thanks.
That's how that went.
Thanks.
Thank you.
See, that wouldn't have happened if we didn't have the connection.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see? Oh, that's funny.
And then what about for, I suppose, people that are really struggling with their, like young people, with their prayer life and not being able to have the words and not being confident enough to even just be doing it by themselves. Like never mind in public or in small groups, just by themselves.
I think you don't have to pray out loud. Like God can hear what you're thinking. So if it's like, if you're scared of that, just like do it in your head. Or I know so many people that like write it down.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like, dear God, I pray for blah blah blah. It can just like be prayer list and then dot points.
Yeah.
And then write Amen at the end. It doesn't have to be like this big, Our Father in heaven, you know?
It
like,
doesn't have to be a big sermon.
Yeah, like you see on TV or like, it doesn't have to be like that. It's just a conversation with you and God. It's just casual, you know? If your first language is not English, don't pray in English.
Pray Māori.
Yeah, or
You literally can understand.
Fijian. I know people that pray in Fijian.
Yeah, actually, Daisy was praying in Fijian
exactly.
for a little bit.
Just whatever makes you more comfortable. Just to like get you started.
Sweet. Any other things? Final words?
I was about to make a joke. No, I was about to be like, if you didn't laugh during this interview, you're boring. So
there we go. If you didn't laugh, since the humor is super dry, then you're boring.
So dry.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in again. She will be back around because she's one of a very few that have been interviewed that are in the young adult section. Goodbye.